Howdy folks, welcome to the Deep Space Travel Break, YouTube's most popular No Man's Sky podcast. Not necessarily a popular podcast by any other metric, but not bad for a No Man's Sky podcast. Today's episode is full of No Man's Sky news and speculation, despite an actual lack of news. We're covering the experimental patch notes, speculation about the next update, No Man's Sky's nomination at the Game Awards, as well as some stuff about my own channel. I'm also here to confirm that I am in fact still breathing. I got sick again, and it's been about 3 weeks that I've been stuck with a cough. I even went to the hospital this week and passed out as they were taking my blood, which was scary, but not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. I'll come back to that at the end of the episode. It's been rough, in other words. I didn't even make a Thanksgiving video. But I'm back now, so I suppose I'll give thanks now. I'm thankful for wonderful games to play. I'm thankful for my viewers and for my valued members. That's right, the Deep Space Travel Break is proudly supported by you, valued members of the channel. Become a valued member today to gain access to special perks. Ooh. And additional content. Although I have to apologize, I wasn't able to hold my first members only live stream yet because, well, I've been sick all month. But now that I'm well enough to record again, you can expect a live stream in the near future. You can even help me pick a game. So what are you waiting for? Varied memberships make the perfect stocking stuffers for everyone on your gift list. Okay, probably not. But it might just be the perfect gift to get yourself. Wink, wink. Go ahead. Treat yourself. Anyways, that was an intro, if ever I've done one. I'm Kanaju, and this is episode 26 of the Deep Space Travel Break. Let's begin with our topic of the show, No Man's Sky's possible update before the end of the year. Now, when I say possible update, I don't strictly mean update in the Echoes sense of the word. Rather, I'm talking about whether or not we'll see any additions to the game before the end of the year. There have been some developments on Hello Games' side that have led a lot of folks, myself included, to believe we likely will see something in the next few weeks. However, as always, nothing is guaranteed until it's downloaded, right? Nothing's been promised. To summarize what's been going on, Hello Games have been updating the internal and experimental branches of the game on Steam for the better part of a month. For reference, the internal branch on Steam is where Hello Games uploads patches and updates to the game prior to them going live to the public. It can be used for testing, but usually we'll see the changes on the internal branch go live within 48 hours to a week at the longest. It's usually a strong indicator of an incoming patch. However, the internal branch was first updated on November 7th, and it's now the 29th. Well, no, it's now the 30th as of recording. And still no word from Hello Games. Well, not no word. You see, the Steam experimental branch was updated on November 9th. The experimental branch is something that PC players can opt into. It's basically like a beta for patches. It allows Hello Games to test patches on multiple machines, gather feedback from players before changes go live to all platforms. This too, though, is usually followed by an official patch within, depending on if it's a weekend or not, 48 hours to a week. With so many changes in the back end, it's no wonder folks were pining for any new addition. Now, before I begin speculating, we actually do have patch notes for the November 9th and 14th updates to the experimental branch. And they're pretty lengthy patch notes. Most of the bullet points are bug fixes for specific platforms. It seems Hello Games have been busy squashing bugs since the Echoes update. Of course, Hello Games has multiple small teams working on multiple small projects simultaneously, so these bug fixes are far from all they've been working on. Still, it's interesting to see the scope of fixes they have in mind, and it's always good to have the game improved. My personal favorites are fix the number of issues with the multi-tool reload animation. Hopefully we'll be getting some cleaner animations there. A multiplayer status message is now sent when feeding a creature. That's an interesting thing to be working on. I wonder what that could mean. And upgraded the Havoc implementation to 2023. So Havoc is the physics system that No Man's Sky employs. It's tough to say if upgrading it is more akin to like regular maintenance, or if they're preparing for expanded physics interactions, like more capes in multiplayer or something. Regardless, the long-winded existence of this experimental patch is unusual. It's not unheard of, we've had extended experimental patches before, it's just unusual. I personally thought we'd see something by the end of November, but I guess not. After all, it wouldn't be the first time we've received a titled update at the end of November. The Foundation, Visions, and Synthesis updates all released in late November in their respective years. The Bytebeat update came to us in mid-December 2019, so an update dropping this late in the year isn't unheard of. That said, we haven't gotten anything like that since 2019. Instead, we've been treated to Redux expeditions at the end of the last 2 years. These Redux expeditions give players who missed the expeditions the first time around a chance to play them and earn their exclusive rewards. They're usually modified to be easier to complete and have shorter run times. We had 4 expeditions in 2021, 4 in 2022, and 3 so far in 2023. A lot of folks thought we might get Expedition 12, the 4th one, since we haven't seen it yet, but as the weeks go on, it's becoming more likely that we'll see Redux versions of the 3 we received already. That said, they did work a lot of the Singularity Expeditions content into the Echoes update already, so perhaps we'll only get reruns of Utopia and Voyagers this year. Hard to say. All of this is assuming, of course, that they stick to the schedules of previous years, which we all know Hello Games are liable to change whenever they please. So it's possible this experimental patch is preparing us for a titled update, Redux expeditions, something small like the Bytebeat patch, or even just some standalone bug fixes. Believe it or not, Hello Games does occasionally release patches that aren't a part of the regular update release cycle. Sometimes they include small content additions like the Pilgrim Exocraft, or the teaser for Living Ships. Sometimes it's just bug fixes. I asked y'all, my community, what you thought in a recent poll. The most popular option, at 36%, was that this is likely an upcoming content update. Second most, 22%, said it's probably Redux expeditions. 15% of you thought it could be a combination of a content update and Expedition 12, and tied for last place at 13%, it could either be a standalone Expedition 12 or just some holiday bug fixes. So, if we group those another way, 51% of you thought it was likely to be a content update, possibly with Expedition 12. It's easy to see where expectations lie. I won't pretend I wasn't hoping for the same thing, who wouldn't be? But now that November is coming to a close, I don't know. It's a toss-up. I and a lot of others were hoping for a continuation or conclusion to the Abyss storyline that's been going on throughout the year. An expedition would be a perfect vehicle for that. I also thought we might be getting those new space stations. Either would be great, as would practically anything else. But regardless of whether we actually get anything in December or not, 2023's already been a great year for No Man's Sky. The Fractal update brought PSVR 2 support and a bunch of visual improvements. Interceptor gave us new planets, or planet types, points of interest, new ships, new multi-tools, new enemies, more story content. Echoes gave us a new race, new language, 2 new multi-tool classes, multi-tool crafting, new mission givers, more POIs, more story content, epic capital ship battles, a new frigate, and even more stuff I'm forgetting about at the moment. I mean, we also got Utopia, Singularity, and the Voyagers expeditions. Voyagers was pretty lame. I didn't enjoy it much, but the other 2 were remarkable in their own rights. So yeah, I'm more than content with what we've gotten this year. And 2023 has been super stacked with great games, so I don't mind the chance to catch my breath either. I've seen a few members of the community, not naming anyone, but a few individuals that are taking the lack of update this past month kind of personally. Listen, getting hyped for an update is a lot of fun. But if you're getting upset or trying to convince other fans they should be upset about something that has neither been announced nor promised, you might be doing it wrong. Y'all know my number 1 rule by now: keep your expectations in check. We've been promised nothing. So expect nothing, and you'll find your days fine and fancy-free. And honestly, there are tens of thousands of other games to play. You don't have to play No Man's Sky every day. I sure don't. So yeah, take a chill pill if you find yourself getting upset about this. It's really low on the list of things we should be worried about. Now, I do have one interesting nugget to add to all this. I have good reason to believe that whatever we were going to get was originally planned to go live weeks ago, like first week of November maybe. It may have been delayed due to significant technical issues though, thus the experimental patch. Now, I don't know if these delays will push it back like just to 2024, or if they're still planning to release it this year. Since they didn't announce anything, we can't actually know for sure if there really was a delay or not. So let's just call it a hunch on my end, nothing confirmed, but that's sort of what I've gathered. But alright, I've said my piece on that. Like I said, it's been a great year for No Man's Sky. The release of Starfield, funny enough, even gave it a slight bump in popularity. Games Media seems to agree, as No Man's Sky and Hello Games have been nominated once again for a Game Award, Best Community Support. I cast my vote for them, as I think they've earned it, and you can cast your vote however you please at the link below. I put a link in the description. Hopefully they take home the gold, but the competition's pretty stiff, so who knows. Speaking of the Game Awards, do y'all think Hello Games will announce anything at the Game Awards? You know, No Man's Sky was first announced at the old Video Game Awards, and The Last Campfire, Hello Games' latest release, was announced at the Game Awards in 2018. So we know they've been working on something new for a while now, something big. But will 2023's Game Awards be where they finally announce it? I wouldn't hold my breath. I've been hoping and praying for the BioShock 4 announcement every year, but you never know. Maybe we'll get an update shadow dropped during the show. That would be pretty cool. But I doubt we'll see anything like that. I mean, realistically, they've never done anything like that. Still, I'll be glued to my TV because I love the Game Awards. It's like a holiday for me, honestly. But what are y'all hoping to see at the Game Awards this year? Trailers, updates, who do you want to win? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, before I wrap up this episode, I wanted to talk about the channel and my health lately. Don't worry, I'm healthy as a horse. And the channel isn't going anywhere. They ran every test they could when I went to the ER this week, and everything's looking healthy. No heart issues, no blood issues, no infections, nothing in my brain. Heck, even my liver and my blood sugar are good. Now, I had gone for some intense nausea and face numbness I'd been experiencing that morning. While they were taking my blood, I did pass out cold. Literally, like cold sweats. My wife said I had like no color in my face. She also said it took them like 10 minutes to get me back talking normally. So yeah, that was weird. First time I've ever passed out without anesthesia. And then they had me on an IV for a while. So yeah, quite an experience. But I'm all good now. It was most likely exhaustion and poor sleep quality catching up to me. Maybe dehydration, but I try to keep hydrated. I don't know. Doctor told me to rest a couple days and, call into work. But of course, I got back to the grind as soon as I could. And yeah, I'll take a break eventually. Excuse me. I'll take a break eventually. Semester's almost over, so yeah, I'll take some time off after I'm done grading finals. That hopefully won't mean a break in content though. I love making videos and I'm looking forward to having some time to make a few passion project videos of mine. We'll see. Look forward to a big Assassin's Creed video coming soon, as well as my usual end of year wrap up content. You know I love ranking No Man's Sky stuff, I can't help it. As for channel memberships, I would like to apologize again to my valued members. I've been unable to host any members only live streams since getting sick. But now that I'm practically recovered, hopefully, I look forward to the first one. There's a members only poll up right now to help decide what game I'll be playing. It's looking like y'all are leaning towards No Man's Sky. But if you become a valued member today, there's still a shot to vote. Plus, you'll gain other perks too. So, thanks for your patience, valued members, and thank you for your continued support. It means a lot. With that, I think we're at the end of episode 26 of the Deep Space Travel Break. If you would do me the kindness of liking or disliking the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on No Man's Sky's recent internal developments. I honestly have no clue at this point, but I'd be fine with anything, even nothing, so it's all good. Oh yeah, you can also subscribe for free. Woohoo! I usually do update rankings and tier lists at the end of the year, so you don't want to miss that discussion. Or do you? Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios!